Okay, so we'll start recording. Three, two, one. Hi.
Hey, what's up? This is Todd.
Hi. This is G, and welcome to Beards with Beers. Huh? So, if I would like to start a developer community, which
Okay.
places would you recommend? Huh?
Which places would I recommend?
Yeah. Usually, your base. You said Groovy, now Micronauts. So these guys might have their own community there, but it's a way of, let's say, I know if I like Python, where I would go. I come from networks, so I know the people I would reach out. I would follow their blogs. They would have the community. I would jump there and start creating. But if I start from scratch and I say I want to be a developer, first you need to identify what kind of things you want to do, what kind of language. I always say just start with Python. I think what is
Hey, here's the thing. Start with a language so back 10, no, longer than that, maybe 12 years ago, I was a Cold Fusion developer. Um, so Cold Fusion is a JVM language, and I wanted to learn a framework. And there was two pretty major frameworks in the community at the time. There was one called Mach 2, and there was one called Model Glue. There were others, but those were the two most popular. Okay, so think of them like Spring Boot today, or something like this. They're MVC, Model View Controller frameworks in the Cold Fusion community. So I wanted to learn these because I was new to programming. I wanted to learn how to write better code, and following an MVC convention was what everybody talked about. You had to learn this. You had to learn object-oriented programming. So I wanted to learn one of them. The one that I decided that I would learn, just based on some research, was Mach 2.
Mhm.
Now, Mach 2 is a good framework. I don't want to say anything bad about it, but I quickly changed my mind and switched to Model Glue. Why? Because a lot of my really good friends used Model Glue, and so I had an instantly a network of people that I could rely on for questions, for help, for examples, and things like this, right? So it's all about community, man. If you want to learn a new language, if you want to learn a new framework, if you want to learn a new tool, find a community that you can be a part of that accepts you, that you know, maybe even you know personally members of, uh, and go to that community. Now, I'm not saying don't learn Fortran or COBOL or something that's maybe older or less popular. Learn
Yeah.
them, that's great. But if you want to just get into programming, find a
Uh-huh.
community that you have a connection to, or build a connection to one of these communities, and just rely on it. You know, JavaScript is everywhere. It's huge, it's prevalent a lot. It's easy to learn, I think, in my opinion. So maybe go with Node.js. Maybe go Python is huge because everybody, well, most everybody has one of these sitting in their desk, right? I mean, so there are tons of examples, right? You have one, right?
One, two,
Yeah. Oh
three.
man, don't make me get out the drawer because shoot, I got.
Well, I even was about to receive from our guys in US, the research lab. They're going to send me the 84 Raspberry Pi cluster just to start running some cool things there. And it's about that. Huh? It's about what can we do that can be useful for the community. But
Right.
usually, when you ask me, for example, when we're building the community, I don't want to build something for the people. I want to build something with those guys. I just want to set the foundation and let people do things and come and say, hey, you were wrong. This was not the way. We want to do it. Okay, we just change it. You should be able to adapt quickly to what the people is asking for. So you can set that community and let them own the whole community. It's not a man, I don't know, I'm here the captain, the general,
Right.
the
Right.
army. That doesn't work, never works.
No.
Just let people take their own responsibility, own the platform. It's yours, it's not mine. I just want you to be successful. Huh? So it's quite good.
And
Huh?
yeah, enabling them to be successful, removing roadblocks to their success, um, providing them with incentives, providing them with opportunities, providing them with motivation, providing them with swag, providing them with pizza and beer, whatever you got to do, man. Just, cheers.
I want to create this collaborative space where you just can have a Jupyter Hub, Jupyter Labs, plus Anaconda for data science people. Just drop your data set, control versions, do whatever you need with other guys. Something that we're working and people might see in the near future is the always free tier. We're giving for free, but it's not 12 months account. It's forever. You
Right.
got 2 VMs, 2 autonomous instances, you have storage, you have metrics. But I said, hey, we don't have a content catalog. I want like 50, 60 different things that people can do. Bring your WordPress, build a Hugo place, learn the OCI basics on identity access management, learn about
Right.
networking, how network security groups work, even VMware. And someone came and said, hey, how you plan to do our Oracle VMware solution with a free tier? I said, it doesn't need to be the Oracle solution. What about if I connect my vCenter to Autonomous? What about if I use vRealize automation and the Terraform plugin to deploy those VMs out there? It's a way of what things I can do. I want to entertain people, but that entertainment comes with knowledge. I want them to gain skills, to do things there. And it's the funniest part of this. Even my job would be, if you see my perfect job, we'll get to the backstage once we have the platform and ensure everybody has the right materials and the right contents to be successful.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, it's all about doing what you love. And I somehow, some way, lucked into getting a job where basically, I get paid to play around with stuff. I get paid to have fun and do what I love. Be a developer, talk with people, drink beers with people, sit here and talk with a dude in Madrid about shit that I like. And somehow people are paying me to do this. So
Yeah, I think I'm getting out of space. Well, I was going to say out of space, but the truth is my beer is getting hot. So I need to pick another one there. And I would like to wrap up. And I would like to end this session with some recommendations. And those recommendations come, which podcast would you recommend?
Which podcast? I don't listen to podcasts, man. Is that terrible?
That's because you don't travel.
I don't listen to any podcasts, and I know that's horrible. What do you recommend?
I have a list of...
My wife listens to crime podcasts, like true crime podcasts.
Yeah, but I usually listen to tech podcasts. I started in the old days with Cisco that they were doing. You have virtual speaking with Pete Fletcher and the guys talking about virtualization. So I used to listen. The new stack, they have the other things there. So it's not a bad thing to listen there. To be honest, I usually do it when I travel. You spend too many hours in a flight.
Right.
I remember last year going from New York to Singapore, but going through Europe. So it was like going down the ladder. New York, Madrid, Dubai, Singapore. It was like, my gosh. I didn't even know when I woke up in which hotel city, which was the number of my room. They told me, I don't know.
So I do listen. I do watch more YouTube channels than I do podcasts, and the one that I would recommend, and I think every geek has to know about Tom Scott, right? I mean, Tom Scott is amazing. I love his videos. A friend of mine says that he could listen to Tom Scott read the dictionary and he'd be entertained by it. I mean, he just has a really good way of telling stories.
Hey, Todd, I think we lost you, man. You need to improve your network connectivity, huh? That's living in the mountains. You have to make things work better, huh? So we'll put Tom's links here in the description so people can just reach him out and watch his channel. Books. I would recommend your book, Micronauts and OCI. But if people want to read about things that are not so deep dive tech, I would recommend the Phoenix projects and the Unicorn project. So one of my last recommendations was, where can we find all these people? You can find me on IasGeek on Twitter. Todd Sharp is recursive codes there. And if you've got any final recommendation, just be kind, learn, be humble, and forgive. We hope to see you in the next chapter and hope you like these sessions. Ciao.